So when it comes to career, there is no specific, we can say, definition. Everybody has a different way to define career. Okay. But career in general terms, it refers to individual chosen profession or occupation based on their career, based on their passion, based on what they love to do, etc., or based on situation as well sometimes. Okay. So let's see what career. So career is something that you really work hard for and devote most of your time in order to progressively get a place where most of the people have never been before. When we were small, when we were kid, since that time, okay, it was there in mind that you have to become something. When we grow up, we'll become a doctor, we'll become an engineer, we'll become a CA, we'll become that, etc., and so on, right? And career has a very great role to play in one's journey, in one's life. So there is some consideration that I want will be going through, and I'll be explaining one by one. Okay. So the first consideration here is that it is never too late to change or choose a career. Anybody, anytime, anywhere. Suppose there's a person who is pursuing engineering, but one fine day he feels that he wants to become a CA, or he wants to start his business. He do not want to do engineering anymore, or he wants to do acting, anything, anywhere, anytime you can become. So it is never too late. And people say that, yeah, what is this age? No, there's no limitation, right? Everybody, age is really a different thing. And also, it's never ever too late. Even a person at 60s, he feels that he needs to switch the career, or after retirement, also somebody thinks that he needs or he or she needs to change the career. Absolutely fine. Okay. So it is never too late to change a career. Now, second thing, when you're choosing a career or anything, you have to evaluate your personality. Now, evaluation of personality means choosing career based on your personality. Suppose you are good in communication. Okay. So you can go for journalism. You can go for something like, you can also go for acting. You can also go for corporate events, corporate anchoring. There are so many things based on your personality. It should not be like that you are choosing something just you want just for a time pass. Never ever. Evaluate yourself. See you are good at what thing and what are good skills that you particularly have. Okay. So this is the thing that you really need to consider. Also, when you're evaluating your personality, you should be very much wise when you're taking your decision. Why wise? Because it should not be like that you like to travel, right? So somebody who likes to travel, he can open a travel agency, he can open a tour agency, he can do so. But instead of that, you're joining a navy because you feel that when you will be in a navy, okay, you'll be traveling from this place to that place, but you'll be servicing. So that is not traveling. So you have to evaluate your personality and make decisions very wisely. Okay. Majority of doers, we have a tendency that suppose there's a person who is doing really great in trading. Nowadays, trading is very trending. I don't know why. It's good. It's very good. But people even have no knowledge, but then also they want to do trading. Okay, the trading is there. Yeah. Everybody is just somebody is doing. My friend is doing trading. I will also do trading, even if they like that thing or not. Even they have interest in finance or not, but still they do that. So the first thing that we need to consider is that we should avoid doing that. Okay, and yes, next point is money is never ever a problem. Majority of us, including me also, right? When I was young, when I was entering into my career, I used to search that highly paid profession or profession where there is a lot of money, right? And that is the thing. So everybody is having a tendency that we choose money. But one thing I want to tell you that there is no lack of money. Every field is having a money. Okay. Every field, even a person who is selling flower is also having a money. But person should know how to take money that out. So everything, whatever you're doing, money is everywhere. Okay. So never think that this field is having money, CA is having money, engineering is not having money. There is this thing, that thing, nothing. Every field is having money, depends upon you. Okay. You cannot blame anybody. Every field is having a money. And we are in 2023 and there's a lot of opportunity. Just we know how to nourish them and embrace that. Okay. Next thing, that is point number 5. Don't care what other people think. Okay. As I said, you can change career, anything, because there are lots of people. Some of our relatives are very much there. When we are an Indian family, there are a lot of relatives that do this thing, that thing. Why you're doing that? Don't care what other people think, because people will criticize you for no matter what you do. Even if you'll do something which they said, also post that, also they will criticize, yeah, that was not this thing, I meant something else and all. Don't care, because this is the thing which is with everybody, and everybody is having this particular problem. right? Because everybody is very much interested in to see what's happening in others life, right? So do not care what other people thinks. Let them speak, let them bark, be yourself, simple as that. Okay, now this is all about the consideration part. And last thing that is really important, see, I want to tell here is that be patient and consistent. Whatever you're doing, first go, you cannot expect the success, you cannot reach the top, it will take time. So it will take step by step by steps, right? So you have to be very much patient, you should not give up, and you should be very consistent. Every day you have to do it. It can be a very small thing, it can be a very small step, but you should be very 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 much into that thing, and you should be very very much patient, very much patient. Okay, very patiently you should handle the things. Okay, so let's see some do's, right? Even if you become somebody, suppose even if you become somebody, you're doing great in your career, you're doing great in your field, whatever you're doing, never stop learning and never stop updating your skills. We are updating every day, or every hour, we can say, or every minute, right? And everything you need to know, that it is not about that. Suppose you are doing degrees here, right? And it should not be like the once degree is done, you have acquired this much things, now you won't be seeing it. Always be in touch with those skills that you have learned, and be updated what is happening. Update everything, that this is happening, that is happening, and so on. So you should be very 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 much update your skills. So next thing that we're going to discuss is cultivate a very very strong work ethic. Now work ethic is nothing, but it is just like watering a plant, okay, to ensure a steady growth. Now work ethic means you're very much ethical, you're very much loyal, you are giving your best, you are meeting the deadlines, you are very honest with the things, the work you are doing, and you are reliable. Anybody, any employer, anybody can count on you. And that is the thing which is really important in today's world, because this is lacking, and corporates, employers, everybody needs this particular things to happen, right? So it is all about cultivate a strong work ethics and reliability, so that people can trust you, that this person A is very much trustable, I can count on him. Third thing is embrace change, stay adaptable in your career. Suppose there's new thing coming, there's new methodology coming in your field, or there is something really really interesting coming in, or there is something which is changing the entire game. Okay, then you should be very much okay, flexible to accept that change. Okay, this is the change, this is the new style of working, I'll follow it. This is the new pattern of working, I'll do it. Okay, this is the new SOP, standard way of working, I'll do that. Okay, so this is all we need to take care of. Now, fourth point here is master time management. Everybody is having four skill. The person who is selling a tea is also having 24 hours. A person who is leading an MNC is also having a 24 hours. But how beautifully you articulate your hours, or how you manage your hours, is really, really a key to success. And you need to be very much productive, right? Because productivity is a key to success. If you're not productive, if you're not using that particular thing, then things will not work for you. So you have to be very, very much productive, and you should know how to master the key. Fifth is seek mentorship from experienced individual in your field. So there is somebody, suppose you are doing MBA in HR or any other things, okay? Take mentorship, connect with the people who are already working and who are having a good experience in that particular field, because their experience, their insights, their sharings will be really very, very awesome, right? And that will differentiate the things for everybody. And because when you're taking mentorship, right, you are knowing hidden tips, secrets, and what is actually happening. So that is going to be a reality check, that yeah, this is the thing that is happening. So try to connect with more and more senior people or somebody. And yes, it should not be like that, that when you're choosing a mentor, do not choose any random person who is in the field. That person should be really good, humble, right? Very helpful, and that type of person you have to choose. Okay, great. Now, the next pointer is prioritize work-life balance. See, if you will be devoting too much time into your work and you're not seeing your life, your personal life, you're not taking care of yourself, you're not loving yourself, right? That is risky. It should not be like that, that you are always devoting to the work. You're just giving every time to the work, and there's no free time for yourself, or there's no time, me time. Because at the end of the day, you need some charge to recharge, and there should be a proper balance. It should not be like that, work. And it should also not like that when you're going to a holiday, you're extending it and you don't feel like doing it, because that is risky, and that will stop you, and that will give you a very strong pushback. Okay, so there should be a proper balance when you're working it. Now don'ts are there. Okay, okay, it is fine that you have you have one backup plan or two backup plan, but it should not be more than that. Okay, so don't keep multiple backup plan. Backup plan means, suppose you wanted to become doctor, but if things doesn't work, you chose to become a, you open a medical store, or you wanted to get into the pharmaceutical production. Okay, it should be like very specific. Yeah, three backups are there. It should not be like that you have five backups, because if you'll be having five things to do, you won't be able to concentrate on one particular thing, because you will say that, yeah, if it fails, right, I'll do another thing, because it is a human tendency. What we do is, if things are actually, if things, we know that there is something at our back, we don't give 100%. But when we know now that there's a do and die situation, then we give our 100%, that yes, we'll give our best, because this is a tendency, and we become lazy sometimes as well, right? And that is a thing that I'm telling you here. So two backup plans, I would say one backup plan is fine, but maximum two is okay, but not more than that. Because the too much backup plan, you will become very relaxed. But at the end, you will regret that you wasted your time. Okay. So make sure there's only one or two backup plan, not more than that. Right? Now, next thing is, don't dwell on your weaknesses. See, the more you will focus on the good things will happen. It's known as affirmation, manifestation. You have heard about it, right? So always concentrate on one what good you are at. Suppose you are good in dancing, or you're good in acting, focus on that. Okay. So you should really, really be very much loving yourself, and you should, don't focus on your weaknesses. Weakness will automatically alter once you start focusing on the positive. It will automatically get corrected. Okay. Do not take emotional decision based on your family, because you have your entire life with you, and you won't be able to give you 100%, because I have seen many cases that people, students choose career because of their family, and at the end of the day they are not happy, right? They are not earning great, and they lose confidence, they lose everything. So don't take emotional decision because of your family. Now, next thing is, don't get overconfidence after your first success, because there are majority of people, okay, who feel very overconfident that this is first thing is done correctly, right? I am the pro now, I am the champion, nothing can stop me, I am the great person. Even the person who is master in that field is failed. That is coming, that means ego is there. Okay, so there's a very thin line difference between overconfidence and ego, or we can say confidence and ego. Because when ego comes into play, destruction starts. So the more egoistic you are, you won't be able to learn first thing, you won't be able to grow from that particular thing. And if there will be any problem, if the other thing gets unsuccessful, then all your confidence will go down very, 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 very badly. Okay, so you have to make sure that you don't get overconfident after your success, and your ego should never come. The more grounded you are, the more attached you are, the better you can do. So basically, in simple words, if you will say, the skill is the ability to perform a specific task or action to a high level of proficiency, right? Skills is something, is an ability to perform a task in a very proficient way, in a very best way, right? Why we say that person's communication skill is so good, that person is dressing sense is so good, because he is not a commoner. He's making a difference. He's at a high level of that particular proficiency, how he speaks. That's why we say that. So basically, skill is something that can make you or that can break you. And this is a very crucial thing. Now, coming up to the skills, there are two types of skills: soft skills and hard skills. Now, basically, soft skills are something, it's like the way you talk, the way you behave. It's like a interpersonal skills that focus on your interpersonal skills, your communication, your way of dressing, your way of behaving, your way of managing the task, your way of dealing with the situations, your way of dealing with the problem. Now, hard skills are the technical specific skills of that particular domain. Suppose it can be a DBMS, that is database management system, or it can be you're doing a engineering, you know, that engineering work, that's a hard skill. Okay. But when you comes, whenever we see as a recruitment and everything that happens, we always see that we always consider 40% hard skills, 60% soft skills. 40% hard skill, that means your studies that you're doing, and you are the things that you're learning again, everything, right? So hard skills is only and only 40%. The study part, the exam part that you give is only 40%. Rest is your 60%, right? And that is really very important. Now, according to one of the studies by Harvard, okay, it got to know that there's a role of 85% of soft skills in person success. In a person success who is working in corporate, so 85%, according to Harvard, it's 85%, and it's 15%, 85% for soft skills and only 15% for hard skills for a person's success, because it is really, 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 really a crucial thing for one's growth and one's development. Next thing is future. Now this is the reality. Now this is the reality of 2023. This year's reality also and future's reality also will be this only. Skills people will be really very happy, but the person without skill will be wearing, because nobody sees. Because if you'll ask me as a recruiter, if I am taking an interview, I never ever see that from where that person has brought his degree or her degree. I just see that how presentable they are, what is their knowledge, how they understand the things, how they hear the things, and they do great. Okay, so that is the thing. So it is all about your skills. The more skills you have, the more great you can do. What is communication? Basically, it's like exchange of information. So what is the difference between a normal communication and a effective communication is that in effective communication, a person feels really valued. That person feels that that person is so nicely talking to me. He's giving attention to me. He's understanding me. We are on the same page. Communicating in an effective manner makes you a really different being, and you can do really awesome in that particular field. Okay. So effective communication. If somebody is having a communication, who is having good communication has a better advantage. Market. And it's really, 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 really important for everyone to develop their communication skills, even if in your mother tongue or in any other language, but it should be good, very good. Okay, there should be some great things. So let's see, the first skills that we are taking in is about the effective communication skills. So here I have made it very simple for you, how you can start it, the do's and don'ts, and let's get started again. So do is use very simple language. Nowadays I have seen one thing that is happening very trending, that if there is somebody's birthday, okay, if there's a friend's birthday, of anyone's birthday, we go to Google Baba, we search that, please share some good thoughts, and then we put that yeah, this is the wonderful birthday wish. Okay, they have copied that quote and they paste it. But don't do that. The more language, the simple is, the more effectively it is delivered. Okay, so you should be very much like use simple language. No need to use hi-fi words, no need to use the fancy words. It's absolutely fine. Second thing is, whenever you're talking to somebody, you should be always respectful toward the other person. Very, very much respectful. You should hear them, irrespective of their age, gender, creed, caste, etc., etc., etc. Even if you do not like that person, but still you have to be respectful toward that person. I hope it's clear to you. So that is really crucial. Next thing is practice active listening. Okay, active listening means very nicely you are just letting that person speak, deliver whatever he wants to. Okay, so you're very much patient and you are just listening, because the more you will listen, the better you can provide the answers, the reflections, and that makes you a great speaker. So speaking is also, an active listening is also not about listening from here. There are some non-verbal cues. It is also about, because when you are quiet, you're observing that person's body language. You're understanding that person is doing this. Okay, I got it. So that is the thing. So our practice active listening. Fourth thing is that is really interesting is speak to those who want to listen. When we were in school or when we were in college or anything, when we are working also, we should never ever indulge in any group who do not like us, because everywhere there is we feel that we try to become a part of particular group, right? Or we want to talk to somebody, okay, who feel that that person looks good, but that person never gives us attention, right? They do not respect us, even they're talking ill about us, and we always try. Never ever do that. Speak to those who want to listen. Okay, because if you are not doing that, you're losing your self-respect. Okay, and self-respect is really crucial, right? So speak to those who want to listen, who love you, who admire you, who value you, who respect you, and so on. Coming up next is the don'ts. Don't quickly respond when angry. Words cannot be taken back. So if you're having a personal conflict, or if you're having something, a professional conflict, that should not reflect on your communication, because if you are angry, you will say very much ill, and then after that, after when you cool down, you will realize that what I did, it was not right. I didn't do great. It's very bad. I should feel sorry. And that thing will sometimes will let you in troubles as well. So do not quickly respond when you're angry. Second thing is Do not pretend to copy someone you are not. Try to create our own version. Do not see somebody that he writes very nicely, he do that thing, he did that thing, his style is really good. Do not copy, do not pretend. Okay, nobody is you and that is your power. Nobody is you and that is your power. Okay, so do not pretend or do not copy somebody you are not. We do that nowadays. I don't know, people have started faking accents. Okay, the American accent, the British accents. Okay, I'm doing this so great, this is so awesome. Please don't do it. Okay, because that's not you, that's not authentic you. Okay, so make sure that this is what you can do. So don't pretend that you are not. Third thing is, don't take favors and come out of your comfort zone. Don't take favors and come out of your comfort zone. This means that this is a practice since a very small time. When we were small, when we were in college, when we were school, we used to ask our friends, bro, please, I want to ask this from the teacher, can you please ask me, please, can you do that, can you please do that? And that person used to ask on behalf of you. This is the thing, you are really losing an opportunity. You are losing an opportunity here, and it is great to come out. See, I'm telling you something. Sometimes we do not have any options. Sometimes it's not, we do not have to like something. We have to do it, right? Whether we like it or not an issue, but we have to do it. We are bound to do it sometimes, right? And that is the thing. So you have to be very much sure that you have to come out of your comfort zone and start interacting. Fourth point is, don't pretend that you know everything. Don't pretend that you know everything, because if you'll pretend everything, that looks very bad, and nobody will come to you, because that person will say that you're bragging and you're just showing off, that you're doing show off. Okay, so don't pretend that you know everything. Be very grounded, be very humble, be very kind. Next thing is self confidence and presence. So basically, according to me, self confidence actually the self consciousness, absence of self consciousness. When you are not worried, when you are not very much consciously thinking, right? When you are not conscious about what person are thinking about you, or what person is thinking, what that person might be thinking, you don't having the feeling of that imaginary audience. You are very much, you're feeling really happy, you're very content, you're very satisfied, and that is the thing. So self confidence is actually the absence of self consciousness. And what we can do of making, or we can say, or what we can do to become really self confident is that first thing is, find ways to praise yourself. Appreciate yourself even for small things, because nobody will appreciate you, only you can appreciate you. And just appreciate, yes, you did a great work, yeah, you are awesome. Second thing is, force yourself to get out of comfort zone. In the communication also it's coming, in the self confidence is also there. Why? Because it is really important, because if you are in your comfort zone, you won't be able to talk, because if you're in comfort zone, you will talking to limited people only you're comfortable with. So you have to come out, and you have to be really very much accepting, very having, you should be having, you should accept everybody and you should interact with them. So this is the thing, force yourself to get out of your comfort zone. Third thing is, don't doubt your capabilities constantly, and don't criticize one thing of oneself for the things you have done in past. The person or with the situation, everything is, everybody's moving forward, but you will be there only if you don't, if you continuously criticize yourself. So start loving yourself and don't worry. It's absolutely okay. Everybody is having something. Everybody is having some experience in their past, right? So yes, this is all about it. Now moving to the next thing, that is presence. Presence is about your overall manner, including how you talk, how you carry yourself in public, how you wear, how you show emotion, how you exhibit a mood, how you exhibit a temperament. Okay, so it is something that attracts other people towards you. It is all about, like we say, aura, right? This is all about your aura, how you carry yourself, how presentable are you, everything. So it is all about presence. Okay, now we have here also some do's. So first thing, that is, you need to initial step, that if you want to create a very powerful presence, that if you are there, everybody sees you only, everybody's focus is on you. You are a differentiator. Like I have a very good confidence that if I'm standing with 10 people, I'll be very much differentiated. It's not very easy, because I am confidence. I know that I have a very strong presence. That is the thing. First thing is, be yourself. No need to copy anybody. Create your own style. Be yourself. No need to copy anybody. Suppose you are Supriya, be Supriya only. No need to try to become Suyash or Kritika. fine. That is the thing. Okay. Next thing is dress up really great. Dress up really great here is that dress according to the situation. It should not be like that you are going for an interview and you are wearing your swimsuit or you're wearing your Bermudas there, and that doesn't look good. So according to your events, you have to dress, or it should not be like that you're wearing heavy wedding clothes in a funeral, right? So dress according, and when you're going for the interview, you should look very decent. Okay. And when you're dressing formally also, don't overdo. That is my tip for all of you. Third thing is, have guts to stand up for yourself. When somebody is not treating you well, have that gut to stand up. Okay. Because if you will not do that, other 10% will do the same. Other that person will do the same with you. So stand up and initially stop that from the root cause itself only, and don't wait. Let's see next time. One time it's okay. Second time it's okay. But for the third time, if you're not taking stand for yourself, you will lose your self-respect, and that is for sure. Okay. So make sure. Fourth point is make eye contact when you're talking to another person. You should be very much eye contact, but it should not like that you're making that person very much uncomfortable, right? Nice eye contact. It should not be like that you're screaming that person. No, very simple eye contact, and you talk to that. Now, fifth point here is don't be average. Teach average people to become extraordinary. Everybody, see what differentiate is when you have something special in you, when your style is unique, you are you. Next thing is, whenever you are talking, you should use your hand gestures. Hand gestures in this way, in that particular range. It should not be like that you don't PT. PT should not happen, right? So it should be like, it should be in this distance only, and this should be like you can do this way, you can that way. It shouldn't, you should not overdo it. It should not be like that you're doing like this. Never ever do that. Resume, first tip is do not use AIs for making resumes. Majority of resumes that are coming to the recruiters or to the HRs are is generated by AIs. That means ChatGPT, other AI, Sonic GPT, Sonic AI, so many Bard, and it is very easy to understand that the GPT, resumes is made by the AIs. Make it very simple. Only they should be, it should be very simple. No need to use fancy words. Even we don't have time. We just see it, and in one glance only when we go through that particular AI, because AI will generate the same thing for everybody. Okay, only the words will be changed, but the pattern will be very same, and it is very easy to recognize. Okay, so make sure that you don't use AIs. Okay. Also, more thing I want to add here. I'm giving a tip here. It's not a tip, but how one thing that we is very easy to recognize is that when you are making, when you're using the Chat GPT, it makes the, suppose emphasizes, we use S here, but they make it emphasizes ZES. Okay, so make sure that whenever you should not use AIs for your resumes. Okay, because we see it in a very different way, and employers will see it not a good way. Okay, so that will, according to you, your resume is looking very great, but for us, we understand that this is not their actual resume and this is not the actual person. Okay. Second thing is highlight relevant skill, what is required. Okay, what is required for that particular job, particular thing, right? Third thing is highlight the soft skill part. This is very crucial. Nobody mentions that. And also there are something also I want to mention here is that please highlight all your soft skills you are good at, right? Because it is really, it makes a lot of difference. It makes a lot of difference. But this soft skill should not be generated from AIs. Okay, it should be you. Evaluate yourself. Even if there is three particular things, three soft skills you have, absolutely fine. Okay, so make sure that you do not do that. Now, fourth thing is concise is beautiful, lengthy is ugly. Make it very short and crisp, because HRs and interviewer are not interested in reading story. It is a very hectic task because you are the one who have created one resumes, but we receive more than 100 plus resumes. Okay. So it is becomes a very challenge to see. What makes difference is the more shorter, the more crispy, but it should not be like that you're lying one lines. It should be a bit brief, but it should be very crisp, very nice, because lengthy doesn't look good and we are not interested to read it. Okay. Next thing is don't mention fake purchase projects. Now, we nowadays I've seen that students do this practice, that they purchase project from a third party and they submit it and they say that this is their research paper. And when we ask the questions or we ask something, then we got to know that this person has not done it. So things that you have not made, avoid putting that, because that is a risky thing. Instead of getting recruited, you will lose your respect in that particular interview round. Okay. Attach LinkedIn links or any social media links. If you're sharing an e-resume, it gives a very good impression of yours, and the person or the recruiter will be able to know that yes, he or she is having this presence, and they can go through in brief in that particular link. Whatever the link you have, you can add that as well. So tips for interviews. Now it is time when you're going in the battleground. Conduct research on the employer, hiring manager, and the job opportunity. Research about that particular job, what that job is actually about, what that employers want, what that hiring manager is really is about, and what is his experience, right? Do a good research on that before going for the interview. Next thing is dress for success. Be very presentable, be very decent. Very decently you should dress. And you should not wear dark colors, or you should not wear heavy floral pattern t-shirts over there. Very same little patterns is okay, but it should be very decent formal t-shirts, shirts, sorry, not t-shirts. Okay. Third thing is be authentic, upbeat, focused, confident, and concise. Be very authentic. Okay. Don't try to act over smart that you are really awesome in this and you are even greater than the recruiter. Don't do that because nobody likes that. Next thing is be a good listener. Earlier also I mentioned be a good listener, because the more you will listen to them, they will feel that this person is good. He will listen to us. He will learn. Because when you're not listening and when you have that willingness to speak, that shows that this person is not having patience. And when you will hear things that the person has not completed, it doesn't gives a good impression as well. And there are very less chances that you'll be getting selected. Next thing is always maintain eye contact while answering the questions. I have already explained this earlier as well. Next thing is don't expect selection, expect a healthy discussion. So don't go from mindset that you want this job, or don't, because when you will think in that way, right, you will feel nervous. Butterflies will be there in your stomachs, and so many other things will be there in you, right? So you have to be very much assured that whenever you are answering, when you going preparing for the interview, you should feel that I'm only going for a healthy discussion there, not for selection, just a good discussion that I'm going to do, and I will learn from there. I will learn from there and then see the difference. There'll be more chance of getting selected because that nervousness has gone. Okay, that is the thing. Next thing is give a smile, say thank you, and give a confident look before you leave. Last impression is the best impression. Very true. Thank you. And with this, we have come to an end of this. Thank you so much, everybody, for your time. I really, really appreciate. God bless you all and wish you all the best.